No pressure.
Guys, we're back with another one. Look at my guest today.
Hello.
We have Jamie Hagiya, past CrossFit Games champion. No, just kidding. But she's been to the, no, I'm just kidding. But she's been to the games. She's been to the games. Did excellent at the games. We're actually going to look at some of her 2016 games events. We're going to look at the good, which is the squat clean pyramid. Remember that?
Let's look at the bad.
And then we might look at the bad.
Yes.
What was the bad, Jamie? Can you recall from 2016? What was the bad?
Yeah, I got last place in 2 events. Actually, second to last, but anything with running in it, that's where I got last.
We'll talk about that.
And you got last in 2024 on the running event too, so
that's
no
right.
improvement.
Wow, she just completed the West semis.
Yes.
And she's going to complete the CrossFit Games as a master for the first time.
I'm old. I'm an old lady. Yes.
And also with us today, we have I Like Dogs, aka my wife, Dani.
Hello, everybody. Till now.
What do you want to say, Dani? You're in the show. You're a regular.
Here with my friend Jamie, and can't wait to expose all of her deepest, darkest secrets to the internet.
Wow.
You better. Seth, get your wife. Check your wife over there.
I have lots.
I can't control her. I can't stop her. And also, the two of you probably know so many secrets about each other that, frankly, I would rather not even know any of this stuff.
Not get involved.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'd rather not know.
Yep,
it may change my future forever. So I'd just rather not know.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know if any of these people on this chat, it's kind of early, but do they know what grid is? Grid?
Well, that'll be our main topic. That was my clickbait topic because there's not that much grid media out there, and frankly, grid is not.
Find anything.
CrossFit. Yeah, it seems like they've scrubbed the internet of grid because of the sheer embarrassment that it was. But we have to talk about it a little bit because you guys were on.
I had to go in the
Jamie's
archives. I scrolled for like an hour trying to find a grid clip. There's nothing.
Did you find what?
Yeah, I did. I found a couple.
Okay. I thought our Phoenix Rise page is still up.
Somebody wrote grid is a flag.
On Instagram? Yeah. I thought our Phoenix Rise page is still up.
I don't know. I couldn't. There's nothing on YouTube. I can't find anything about it.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
The Florida Grid League lives on. In case you guys want to move to Florida and compete.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
I got asked to come try out for a team or be on a team or whatever.
How long ago was that?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Wait, you were on Shark Tank.
Oh yes.
Yes, great Shark Tank. I remember.
But it never aired, did it?
No, it never aired. But why don't you give us the Shark Tank story?
That's a secret.
Because
did
I tell you that? You blabbed.
Yeah, you blabbed.
Jamie. You violated your NDA, and now they're all coming for you.
I think it's past that time, so I think I'm okay to talk about it. I don't know.
I think you're okay now.
Yeah, we went on Shark Tank and they gave us they didn't do well. So then it never aired. So then but we never.
You know what? They did show it. I remember Dani and I used to be religious Shark Tank watchers, and they showed it in a preview. In a preview for the season or something. I don't remember if you were in it, but they showed people doing grid moves, grid stuff. Yeah.
I remember I was watching every episode and being like, did we miss it? Like, and then it just never hit the TV, but we watched.
Okay. I feel like you guys would go on Shark Tank and do really well. Anyways.
We don't have a business to sell, Jamie.
You have lots of businesses.
Nothing
you're not
investable. Nothing investable.
Nothing they want. Okay. Nothing anybody wants.
Yeah, no, definitely not. How did you get to be one of the people that went on Shark Tank? Who asked you?
Oh, God, this is like years and years and years ago. But somebody from Grid was like, hey, Jamie, you live in LA. Do you want to come do this Shark Tank thing? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so then I showed up and there's a bunch of us and we all we did the Star Wagons. We got like our little trailers and then they're like, okay, cool. And then they brought us out in front of the sharks and we just kind of did our little movement thing or like the Grid stuff. And then they spoke about it. And then
who's they? Who pitched it?
Oh, I think it's the owners of Grid. Guys, are you guys gonna get me in trouble? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think the owners of Grid.
Well, I do.
Yeah, I know. Look at Hot Topics. I'm gonna get.
That was so. Honestly, that was what 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe more. That was a long time
and they made us wear these little midriff things, and so my belly was hanging out, and like luckily I was like kind of skinnier at the time, and I was like, oh god, that's not TV. Anyways,
Mark Cuban's like, what is going on?
He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, get this girl out of here.
Absolutely not.
Not only was it on TV for millions of people.
Anyways.
Well, it didn't make it. It didn't make the cut. Apparently, they didn't like the idea of grid, and but it lives on. People in Florida are still obsessed with it.
Totally.
Speaking of grid, let's take a look at just a little clip.
Yeah, lame clips, but
yeah, this is just old stuff from Instagram, and people in the chat, watch your ears. You can't really control the volume on Instagram, so I have no idea how loud this is going to be.
You can't click that little volume thing?
I guess I could turn the volume off. Yep.
I love this clip because Jamie has a bad back, and then look at her snatches.
Oh, this is why my back gets hurt. Jesus.
I believe it.
Oh
my Lord.
That's so funny.
And I hate deadlifts too. I hate deadlifts. What? Okay. Yeah.
Oh god.
My back's pretty.
It was not even a good rep. You lean back, you didn't even lock it out, and they just give
I
it to
love
you.
those snatches so much though.
Oh yes. Wait, is that 85?
Probably.
Can you still do that?
85 or 95?
No, I wore a belt for 65-pound power snatches yesterday. Yeah. Touch and go.
Wait, what year was this, guys? Because Danny, were you on this team with her?
Yes. You have a jersey.
Well, you did it 2 years, right?
I was. Year. Oh, okay. So maybe this is 2016.
So it changed a bunch. So like the first real, there was like a fake year, which must have been 2014, and then 2015 was this year where they moved us all, which is when I had to like live in a twin size bed with Jamie for 3 months.
Yeah.
But they put it, and then the year after, isn't that when you were in like Utah or like Idaho or something?
Yes.
It was weird. And then that was it. Never heard of it again. Like gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't last long. And then let's see. I guess this link says, Danny, didn't you blame Adam for your bad back?
Yeah, no, this is Jamie's bad back. But yeah, Adam broke my back in 2016.
He did?
He made it on 3 miles with the worm.
2015.
3 miles with the worm.
All right, we got one more little clip of this. I wanted to talk more about grid and laugh about it a little bit, and I'll ask you guys some questions. But there's just not that much media out there somewhere. I don't know where it exists.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Isn't there another one?
Yeah, I got one more quick one.
I don't even know.
And the volume is absurd. Like everyone just screaming. It's like obnoxious.
But these are fun. These ladders,
Jamie, go.
These
Jamie,
ladders
go.
are so fun. I feel like this is what CrossFit, like, fast.
Oh, you know what was cool about these ones, which I don't know if it was this specific thing. It was in like the Anaheim Convention Center, right? Mm-hmm. But it was this whole fitness, like the expo. Wasn't it the Anaheim Fitness Expo or something like that? A fit expo?
Maybe the convention center.
Yeah, don't you remember like the games or whatever would be at the expo center, and there'd be like a powerlifting competition.
Oh yeah.
So like people would, like anybody kind of like, involved in fitness or whatever would be at this thing. So they were like kind of interested, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But they had like all like the different, like all those like, I don't know, like supplement brands and stuff. But there was like a lot of people like watching, kind of.
Were there a lot of sponsors?
No, but like your team was like bought. There was like an owner. It was like a franchise. Like, I mean, it was like owning a professional sports team. Like they had an owner, we had a manager, we had like, oh yeah.
What could it have cost? Oh yeah, Lico was the title sponsor. What could it have cost to own a grid team?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I wonder what they put in for cash.
I feel like it was a lot of money. I feel
like it was like $250,000. You think something like that?
Probably. I feel like it was a lot of money. But then they also had to like put us up. So like we were on the Phoenix team. They gave us like, I think our team had probably 2 or 3 houses that we all like lived in. They gave us like a stipend. So we got like a Visa gift card for like food.
Yeah. How much did you get? And was it like weekly?
I feel like we got like
one time.
No, but didn't we get paid to do it?
I thought we got paid at the end. I thought we got like a couple $1,000s at the very end. But I thought we were getting maybe like $200 a week or something like that. But I was just like, this doesn't add up. Like how they can afford this, like at all. Like it didn't ever make any sense.
How did they make money? What were they trying to do?
Tickets?
They did it wrong. Like they opened up at Madison Square Garden when they should have just Yeah, and then like even the one in Anaheim, like from my gym in Torrance to Anaheim, there must be like there's tons of gyms that it should have been full, but like I don't know, they did like a beer pong tournament there and gave money to that, and like instead of like getting these, and like we have this team full of like crazy star-studded games athletes like Marcus Philly, all kinds of Amanda Goodman and everybody, and we should have been going to gyms and like talking to people, working with them, like, hey, come out to this match, because even my own family was like, oh, that sounds kind of lame, and then they went to go watch it and they're like, that is so cool, like it's so fun. CrossFit, you get to stay there all day. This is like 2-hour match, like it's guys and girls, it's exciting, it's like easy to follow, so it's actually a really great concept.
From the concept, I think it was a cool idea.
Do you think maybe cool. the grid thing would have been hard to promote because there was so much friction between Tony Budding and grid and CrossFit, that if affiliate owners would be nervous if they started letting like grid show up in their box, that they would be like kicked out essentially? I don't remember. I remember, the breakup with Tony and HQ wasn't great, and then grid was born from that, and there was a lot of people like choosing sides for a minute there.
Yeah. And even the athletes, some of the athletes were like, oh, I can't because they're Reebok sponsored or CrossFit Game, like, really good with CrossFit HQ. And they're like, I can't. I don't want to piss them off.
Yeah, like seminar staff members probably could not have done this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no way. Yeah. So, I mean, it was like that. But I mean, they had like the broadcast team, like best world-class broadcast team, like the people that do the CrossFit Games. And so they had it all set up. I just think that, it just didn't quite take off the way that they wanted it to, but it could have. Super cool.
Yeah, I wonder if they had started it more like the Florida Grid League did, if they could have organically built it up and gained traction over time instead of dumping tens of millions of dollars into promotion and everything and letting it just flop.
Right. Dude, we also there was also a combine. I had to go to a 2-stage combine. The first one was at CrossFit Southeast, so this was in Boston. And then if you got through to that one, I had to go to Washington, D.C. for the second combine. And like my plan, whatever, was I was going to do like the Boston team, obviously, because that's where I lived. And then they did a draft, which was on Twitter. And then your name just comes up and says what team you're on. And I was like, Phoenix, like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? And then then me and Jamie shared a twin size bed.
We were roommates
for 3 months,
and we were the last ones in the house. And then so then we're like, oh, so sick! Bad. And everyone had their own rooms. And then Danny and I walk into this room and it has like 2 twin beds right next to each other. And they're like, that's your guys'. And I was like,
we never met before. We'd never met before. So we were just like, I was like, great. I have to share a bed with this Instagrammer. Like, I'm like, wonderful. Like, she's so annoying.
But you guys were so young. Well, I mean, I guess you're similar in age. You're what, Danny? You're like 4 years younger than Jamie. What? Jamie, how old are you now?
39.
Oh, you're my age. Jamie's my age. I was thinking because you were doing the Masters this year, I was thinking you were just aged in, but you're actually my age.
She's aging out.
I'm about to age out.
Literally. Dang.
I know.
I forget how old we are. Oh my God.
Old. That's why people are like, why is it? That's a no-brainer. You're going to go to the CrossFit Games. And I was like, you guys, I'm old. And
you're on the wrong side of the division.
No, I should have waited one more year.
I know.
I'd be 40.
Wait, so next year, will you qualify for the 40?
If I do it next year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, will you be in that division?
Oh, yeah. I'll be in the 40 to 44, the youngest one.
Oh, my God.
Which you'll crush if you still do that. You absolutely
No, these girls are so fit, and all the games athletes from our
compared to the 35s. Like,
35s are like individual athletes.
Yeah, the 35s is crazy.
How old is
are we supposed to announce ladies' ages on this show? I don't know. We just kind of did. But
Jamie's 44.
Jamie's about to turn 40 next year and be a 40 to 44 division. I'm 38 and Danny's 31, right?
Yep.
But we've all known each other for quite some time since
I know. Back in the day, guys.
Way back.
LA days. LA days.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Bust out the videos.
I
need something to laugh at.
Well,
are we starting with the good or the bad?
Unfortunately, we can go good. We'll go straight from your grid to your clean prowess here. All right, let me get this.
Oh wow,
situated.
This is the archives.
This is nothing. This is as recent as I could possibly do with this.
Wow. Inside the 2-minute time frame in
squat clean pyramid
competition. That is.
Look, you're already in the lead.
The woman who is in the lead. Her name highlighted in the blue box at the top.
Keep the volume low. You guys can talk over it all you want. All right, Jamie. Did you know you were going to crush this one?
I just I love squat clean, so I didn't really know, like, I was a rookie, and obviously like Camille LeBlanc is next to me, and all these like Becca Void, and these are all veterans, so I kind of just was like, I don't know, I was just kind of staying focused on what I had to do and just like went. Yeah.
How are you feeling at this point of the weekend? Because this was like event 6, I believe, and we'll talk about this later. But the 2016 CrossFit Games is the most, I'm going to say it, the most fucked up, craziest programming ever for a CrossFit event. The volume is insane. It's funny that this is the one that you like went to, because there's Murph and a 7K trail run and a long swim and another run around the berm, like insane.
And a deadlift ladder.
And a deadlift. I mean, just insane year altogether. So like, this is event 6, I think your 3rd day. Were you still feeling good, or were you like, please Lord, let me out of this?
It's good. I've never heard anyone like talk about the programming from 2016, so that's nice to know, like, perspective of like what we did was crazy. I think, as my first year, you just show up and do whatever they say, and so like the ranch, obviously we'll talk about that later. Like, first day, got it out of the way, terrible day. The swim was the next day, and then it was Murph, and but by this one, like, I don't think I was too bad yet. I do remember like going into that like 4th, 5th day, like, by Saturday, Sunday, I was I felt like I had been hit by a bus train, playing everything, like my whole body. So, but yeah, I think here I was kind of okay. Yeah.
I mean, taking second on this is wild.
Insane.
Right? Like, that's absolutely wild.
You only lost to Cara Webb.
Yeah, and I wish we were in the same heat. If we were in the same heat, I think it would have been a fun, competition of like where everyone else is at. So yeah, I didn't know. And it's so crazy. We were just there, but look how full this stadium is.
I know.
So cool. Well, this was the last year here, right? 2016.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball by giving that up.
Oh, you think they should have kept it there?
Oh my God, I loved it there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Madison's just like, is lame. I don't know. It's fine.
I liked Madison,
cool,
but I would have liked to have done it once or twice, not been there for like 5 years.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Fort Worth?
We'll see. Hard to know.
Yeah.
I want to see what it's set up like.
I think I always am like Madison's always like 2 or 3 flights to get there, which I think is so annoying. So it's like LA, centrally located, anybody can get there, so easy. And Fort Worth is easy too, I guess, for
everyone to get to.
Where's
I'm
Jamie?
I'm not trying to make this bigger. Okay, people in the chat, if the video gets choppy, please let me know, and I'll put it back down the other side. I'm trying to see if my internet can support a full screen video here.
What's that, 195?
I think this 10.8.642? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. So this is almost similar to what we just did with the snatches, I think, and just in the semifinal and the
that's what it was. But you had to like roll the bar forward between like sets. I think you had to do half your reps, then roll to the next station, then half your reps and roll the next station. I think you had to do.
But that's what we had to do. We had to do that in the semifinals too.
Well, no. Well,
you're meaning 5-5.
You do half your reps and then move it forward.
Okay,
At semis, you did all 10, and then you move forward. Yeah.
Why does Seth know as if he competed and Jamie has no idea?
Because I didn't even know what the workouts were. I didn't have time to practice. Ooh, that looks heavy. Yeah.
Didn't look very heavy to me.
Oh, there's your whole gang.
There's my. Yep. Oh, look at it. They're so young. And
wait, is that the shirt with your face on the inside?
No, that was the red one.
That shirt's awesome.
Wait, there's a shirt with your face on the inside? You fold
when you
it up?
lift it up like this. Like
oh my God,
so,
that is sick.
Oh yeah, look at there's Camille. Oof. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what am I doing out here with all these it was kind of a cool feeling just to be out there with all these women.
Do you look around, or are you so focused on the weight in front of you that you don't even know where everyone else is?
Yeah, I had no idea. I just go, stay in your lane, get your work done, focus on when you feel like you're ready to go. Because anything like this is kind of tricky. You have to you want to push and you want to go fast, but if you go too soon, you don't want to fail because that would be really detrimental. So yeah, it's kind of finding that super fine line of where that edge is. So,
okay, you got last 2 at 2:15. You could still do this today.
Oh, you could probably do it. I don't even believe that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at those shoes. I think I have those still somewhere, maybe.
You still have that whole outfit. She still wears her. There was not that long ago. She had one of her grid shirts on an Instagram video. I was like, that shirt's 10 years old. Throw it away. That's disgusting.
Yeah, guys. Ooh, see, that was a close call.
Not the prettiest, but 90 seconds faster than Tasia, so that's pretty good.
I like the finish on the platform that they had people do. Like, you have to jump up.
Yeah.
So many people would trip over that trying to get up on the platform. I don't know why they ever did that, but that's like my favorite. People diving onto the platform.
Yeah, some people just like tuck and rolled like over the top. Yeah. Who is this? Michelle? I just saw her the other day. She dropped into the gym with Pat. She's coaching Pat Vellner, and so she dropped in here, and she's the sweetest. I love her. What a beast.
They're in California?
No, for the semifinals.
Oh, I got you.
So the semifinals was right down the street from her gym.
Yeah,
I think you need to retest this workout, Jamie.
Today? Should you just go do it after?
You should.
It's not.
Why don't we all do it?
I'll do it.
2:15?
Seth, you could not clean 2:15.
It doesn't matter. There's a time cap. I have 11 minutes to get as far as I can.
I feel like you could hit that in a comparable amount of time.
No. What?
I feel like you could.
No.
2:15. No. You just cleaned like 2:55 a couple weeks ago.
You might be surprised.
Guys, no.
Let's put it. Let's make her do it on. Let's make her do it now.
Should I go
on the stream?
On the stream.
Go set it
up. Her aloha baggy sweatshirt.
Oh yes. I have a tank top. I'm ready to go after.
All right.
You really should redo it.
You can. I'm gonna pull this up because I want to. I'm gonna defend Jamie here if I can get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Danny's being mean to me.
I'm interested about that. Defend her how?
Okay. Look at this year of events. There's usually only like I think 12. I think on average now with the games, 15 events in 2016. They make you guys get up at like 2 a.m. and we'll watch a little clip on this. I remember this well.
Let Jamie tell that story.
Okay, go ahead, Jamie.
That's a good story.
Just kick off the games here. Okay, we'll come back. We're gonna jump around a little bit. Hang on. Let me make this show happen.
Not the trail run. How Jamie almost missed her flight.
Okay.
To the trail run.
Yep. I got you.
Did your car break down or something?
Oh no. That was on the way back. That was on the boat. Okay, they tell us. They tell us in the meeting, like, bring your ID, be here at like 4 a.m. or something with the ID and whatever you think you need, because they don't tell us what we're doing or what we need, and we're like, okay. And so a lot of people thought we were going to Camp Pendleton, like, and so then we show up, they take us to the ranch, we go do that whole day. Our flights are delayed coming back, so we don't get back till like, even Sam Dancer, I saw him the other day, he's like, didn't we get back at like midnight or something? 11. Well, it was late, and we had to swim the next morning at 7 a.m. And then I get back to the hotel, and it's closed, so I drove there. I stayed at my own house, so I get to the hotel where my car is. My car doesn't start, so I was like, sick. I have to swim at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. By the time
what kind of car did you have? Hang on, what kind of car did you have?
Oh, I think it was like an old, we could go with our old Japanese cars. Like, it was probably an old, like, Lexus, or I don't know, I have like a busted little Honda Civic now. And anyways, and so by the time someone was going to come get me, I would have been way too late. So I just Ubered home and down PCH at like 11 p.m. This guy is going so slow, no traffic around, going so, I was like, oh my God, I just need to get home to go to sleep because I have to swim tomorrow morning. But it was fine. I made it and everything. And then we just, rolled with the punches.
Well, at least you got to go home because everyone else is staying in this hotel and you can just drive down the road. So that's nice.
Yeah, slept in my own bed.
Yeah, that's great. What an advantage at the CrossFit Games to be like 30 minutes from your house.
Yeah, super close.
All right. Nice. So this was kind of crazy to kick off the games. Let's see if I can get this going here. We'll watch a little of this.
2016 Reebok CrossFit Games kicked off at 3:30 a.m. Wednesday when athletes met with Dave Castro at the Manhattan Beach Marriott.
All right, here's what's going to happen next. You guys are going to get on the bus.
They gave you guys, they briefed you at the dinner the night before, like literally 8 hours before you had to wake up, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
So no liquids. Carry on only. You're not going to have the opportunity to check anything on.
Smart money's on us going to Aromas.
I'm not even from the West Coast, so I have no idea where we can be flying to.
As the athletes made their way from the hotel to LAX, there was widespread speculation on where they were going and what they would be doing.
We'll probably do like a repeat of one of the games or something. Who knows?
I kind of guess we would be going to Aroma since we had the long pants and gloves because of that Poison Ivy or Poison Oak or something that was there.
Do you remember what you wore for the trail run?
Yeah, they gave us these 511 tactical pants, and I was like, if Dave, people, it was hot. It was China.
Yeah, typical China.
So China. I know. Yeah, they said, they're like, wear whatever you want, on the trail run. But
what kind of events they might face.
Was it hot as hell? Because it looked hot, and then I saw a bunch of people wearing pants.
Yeah. Dave briefed us and said I would wear tactical pants, and I was like, this is Dave's home and backyard. Like, I'm going to do what he says.
When was the last time you were out here? 2009.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit.
Special.
Oh, God.
2016 athletes come
There I am in last place.
were born, but they faced
So you got like Noah wearing. I can never imagine wearing pants like that for a 7K run up and down hills. I know you don't want to get like cut up and shit like that, but that
yeah,
looks
but she has
miserable.
a good point. If they give you those and then you don't wear them, you're like, what the heck? Like, why did they give me these? You know?
Right. And then I understand, like, there were points where I literally just sat on my butt and slid all the way down. I was not jogging down. I was not running down. I literally slid down on my butt. And so I was like, oh, good thing I have these pants on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
scroll ahead.
Yeah,
towards the end, basically.
Well, she's not in at the end if that's what you're hoping for.
Wait, really?
At the very end.
Not
No,
in
at the
this
very
clip.
end.
She's not in. They just kind of cut it after the.
This is crazy.
Look at the way
yes,
Brent's
ma'am.
running.
She gets past Brent Fikowski.
Wow.
Is she covered in mud?
Third person across
Oh, no,
the
that's
finish
just color.
line.
I mean, the
They're
trail
kind
run was like gnarly. There's like big rocks you had to boulder down and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like little crevices you had to like, that's where they got bottlenecked.
Brent Fikowski was clearly feeling the effects of this event.
Do you remember your time, Jamie? I could look it up.
They got 36. I probably got like an hour and something.
It was that long?
Ben Smith would finish in 11th, 37 minutes.
You did not take an hour.
No, I swear. I think I'm like 58 minutes or something like that. I don't know.
And then they did the deadlift ladder after this, but they did reverse order, right? So you had to deadlift first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was like points on the trail run where I'm the only one on there, and people are like, "Come on, Jamie! Come on, Jamie!" And then Dave was like, as soon as I crossed the line, he's like, "Jamie, you have 10 minutes till you deadlift," and I was like, "Got it."
Oh my god.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find her time.
Oh, bad. Wow.
You
So
did
11
good though. You finished 18th, like overall. Like that's really good.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Top half of the games is really good. Overall.
All right, she was 51 minutes. That's not. That's
Okay, I'm only 11 minutes.
11
past
minutes
Annie.
behind the daughters. That's not crazy.
That's not.
Yeah,
crazy.
for a trail run.
Yeah. It's not
Look at all
crazy.
these old school names. Crazy.
Where's the
It's
link?
crazy to see all these people still going.
I know.
You're still going.
Let's see.
You're older than all of them, and you're still going.
Out of this group, only Tia Claire is still going.
Isn't Katrin still kind of going?
Well, Katrin,
Well,
she's
she's
injured
off this year. Yeah, she had surgery.
Yeah. Oh, and 30. 30,
Who?
Helga daughter. 30.
She's
Helga
well,
daughter.
she
just-
goes to semis.
well,
she doesn't get to
she
the games
competed in
anymore. Yeah, she's not at that level, I don't think, anymore. But yeah, she still
Does
competes.
Sam Briggs do Masters, or is she done?
She did in the past. I think she plays around with the online qualifiers. I haven't seen her at the games in a while, though. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, this is crazy to look back at all this. Okay, that's good to know. So you think as a programmer, like that was a gnarly CrossFit Games?
Okay, let's break it down. Let's look at it here because it's messed up compared to the other years. And like we were even noticing it at the games, like commenting on, like as they announced event after event, we're like, what the hell are they trying to do this year? It was
Really?
so crazy. Yeah, and I think if you take out Wednesday, can you guys see it on your end? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think if you take out Wednesday, a 7K nasty trail run, followed by a max effort deadlift ladder, which just fries your central nervous system for the next 4 days. And then even the mini chipper, like 75 GHDs, Karen with a wall ball, and then back up the hill for another sprint.
Yeah.
Like that is a nasty day to the point where you would want like at least a rest day, if not two after that. And then you get up and you have a 500-meter ocean swim, not super long, but you're moving your ass as hard as you can through the ocean. You don't want to come in last. So it's kind of a sprint. Then you do Murph. Like after that, you kick off Murph, then heavy cleans again, then double DT. I mean,
Wait,
so right there.
You had ring handstand push-ups. Could you even do one?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
shit, we should
Oh my
find that.
God.
Oh man.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that was also on there. Yeah.
Event 8.
Oh wait, you did good on this. Which one did you do good on, the snail or?
I did bad in the snail. I got last in that.
You got last
that
in the
one
snail too?
Yes.
Well,
Berm
there's,
run.
yes.
No,
there's the berm run.
Jamie can't berm run.
Yeah, the berm
No,
run.
but you know, it was a berm run, but it was also those rope climbs. I was wearing like these turf shoes. Oh my God, this is so funny. I just found them.
Holding.
Is a messy person, if anyone didn't know.
Yeah, James O'Rourke. Friday's a horrific day. It's insane.
Wait, you still have the cleats?
No, I just found these, but I don't know if I wore these. I think so. So these, because they're like, oh, it's on the turf and you have to push the snail.
Yeah.
No, I didn't wear these because I had to run.
Well, they gave you a turf shoe too. Remember, it had like the little.
Okay, that's what it was, and it was very slippery, and so I couldn't. And for the life of me, I couldn't like get my feet on the rope. So I was like, my biceps were blown up, like, and then the run and then the push. And so I literally like went over to the ice chest and I think I got a water in between and like, yeah. So okay. This is what's funny. Jen Smith on the trail run, she broke her foot and she still did it. And
that's why you beat her. I was like wondering why you were 39th.
In the trail run. Yes. Because Jen Smith breaks her foot
I remember that now.
And then they're like, Jamie, you can't lose to Jen. She has a broken foot. Lost to Jen in the berm run.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right, so we know running's not your thing.
Yeah. I think from now until September, if I just run, that's great, right? Is that what I should just be doing?
It might be great. Yeah, you could make that a positive experience for yourself, or you could. I
feel like you just need to accept your last and just keep lifting.
Yeah.
No, she's already going to beat everyone who lifts. Let her run a little bit. Let her go swim. Let her go run.
Yeah.
I mean, you really could make some noise at the games with the stuff that you're good at. So you might as well. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it all the way. Kobe wouldn't want you to half-ass it.
Right. That's what kept. Yeah, you're right. I got to think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ring handstand push-ups. It was like a circus. We were upside. You had to do a muscle up, go upside.
Yes. That was in the tennis stadium, right?
Yes. And then what was it? Was there pegboard? Or that was a lot?
No, that's at the end. This is the pegboard year too. So you had back squats,
crazy.
burpees for that one, and then you finished Saturday with event 10, which was the 100%, just like a one-time sprint, 40 box jumps, 24 inches, 20 D-ball cleans at 100 pounds. Again, not crazy volume in that one event, but just another max effort sprint. Like the max effort things will get you the worst. Then you have a hands.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick on that one. On Saturday, that was Saturday, right? The 100. Dave was like, okay, and he briefed us on that workout right before we went out to do it. And I was like, I was coming off a torn Achilles, right? I tore my Achilles in 2014, like rehab to 2015, and this is 2016, so I'm not the best. And I tore it on box jumps. So he comes out and he's like, all right, we got these box jumps. I was like, oh my God. So my heart sank because I was like, that's how I tore my Achilles. So I'm kind of worried about it, but I'm like, you know what? Who cares? I'm at the CrossFit Games. If I blow out the other one, re-tear the other one, it's fine, you know? And so then like I'm waiting to go. Hey, you're there, right? And so I was waiting in line. I'm corralled. I'm watching on the screen. Alethea Boone tears her Achilles. I see her do it, and I was like, oh shit. And so then it scared me. And then I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1. And I like came out like a bat out of hell, like was going as fast as I could. So I was like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, but it was,
oh my God.
Yeah, that was a gnarly. No, but anyways, okay. So that was that one. And then there's a handstand.
Wait, was this the Murph when everybody was like dying, or was that the year before?
No, so Murph was the year before when they did it at like 1 or 2 p.m.
Yeah,
you did early 7 a.m. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, they're being a little more cautious. They're not letting us go in the afternoon when it's dead hot, like it's super hot.
Yeah,
but
okay. But in your first,
how'd you do on double DT? That should be a good workout for you.
Oh yeah. I think I did pretty well on that one. I think I did.
That seems like a good one.
I think so. Yeah, a handstand walk. Was that just a straight down the field? Yes. And then the suicide sprints. Oh, and then the plow.
I think it was down
the 11, 12, 13 was all back to back to back, I think.
Yeah, but again, like how much energy do you have left by Sunday? I remember I was coaching Travis this year, and he was we woke up Sunday morning. He's like, dude, I just want to be done. I've never heard him like roll over and be like, I'm done. And this year just broke him. He's like, I can't. He's like, I can't lift my arm. Like my legs feel like they've been smashed to pieces. He's like, I always want to be done. And he went out and finished like, I never seen a guy like that ever even like show a bit of weakness. So this was like just eye-opening amount of volume. Yeah, sprint, plow, and then you have the rope chipper. I think this is the first time we saw ski at the games. And then it was a heavy rope, right? Like a drag rope or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you had redemption, the pegboards and the thrusters. I mean, this is crazy amount of work for 5 days. And even the volume is crazy, but the intensity that you guys put out there to compete every single one of these makes it way worse.
Yeah, it was pretty it was a gnarly one. For me, I was like running.
No, I don't
The
think
most
so.
running?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe most events with running in there. Maybe running is the #1 movement that they've ever programmed at the CrossFit Games by like 3 times any other movement. And if you look at like Pendleton or something like that, I'm sure they ran as much in Pendleton as they did this whole time to run.
2 miles for Murph, and then another mile. Not even including all the weird sprints. That's a lot.
I'm not saying it's not a lot. I'm saying it's probably not the most they've ever done at the games.
And a suicide sprint. I don't know. That sounds
it's a lot. It's probably the most events that feature running, I would say.
And the swim started with like a 200-meter swim run, didn't it?
Oh yeah. You had a sprint.
Yeah.
Sprint around the corner.
Like swim, sprint. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, crazy times,
You were
guys.
fit back then.
I was.
Yeah.
You were there for the teams.
I was there. I remember seeing you in the back, and you were just like, "Screw this! I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm ready." Like,
oh man, it's hard. It's all hard.
Like my knees hurts. This hurts. And then you still go out there, and then you like crush the freaking on Friday. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have been falling apart.
No, you guys had to do the stretcher, Murph? Carry a no.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
That goes down in history as probably one of the worst workouts I've ever done. That was
you were
really
in the stretcher for most of the time.
He wouldn't let me be.
There's video evidence of you in the stretcher.
Where's the video of that?
You couldn't have one person in the stretcher for more than like a minute or two because we were all cramping. We all had very bad, like horrible hamstring cramps and all this other stuff. So we were like rotating all the time. I would have happily laid there the entire time. But I will also mention, laying in that thing, you're getting like jostled around. Like it's not comfortable. Like it's not actually relaxing. But
where did they had you guys run the tennis state, like the course at the Home Depot Center, right? The Dignity.
Yeah, it was like from the I don't even know. I think it was like out in like the road somewhere, but you had to sprint the first 600 meters because the first team to get to their stretcher got the closest stretcher.
Oh,
so like,
I see.
We had to like sprint, and then it was like 1,000 meters, and then you went inside and did all the other stuff, and then back on the thing. That was crazy.
That's crazy. That's insane.
All right, so
I think that's hard.
We kind of attacked the show backwards today. So one of the things I like to try to get into is like how you actually got into CrossFit to begin with. So like you've come all this way, you competed at the games individual 2016. Now you're going to the games as a master. You've been in CrossFit for a long time. You have an affiliate with your sister that's been there for, it's got to be at least a 10-year affiliate, right?
Yeah, 11 years.
11 years, yeah. So how did
Are you an affiliate though?
Yeah, we are. Torrance CrossFit.
Now you are?
We're on the map.
So are you trying to throw her under the bus?
I have my level 2 and I'm the owner.
Oh, she has her level 2. Oh, that's right. You just did your level 2.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
It's so great. Yeah. Really great. How did I get into it?
How'd that all start? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was playing basketball. I played at USC. I went to go play professional overseas. And when I came back, my last thing I wanted to do before I hung up my shoes, I wanted to try out for the WNBA. And so I go to their tryout. It was actually kind of crazy. Like I was going to be one of the first like Asian Americans. And like, so it was like 20 of like Asian American brands, like big time. Honda, Mitsubishi, the owner of Panda Express, they all got together to meet with the Sparks and said, if Jamie's on the team, we want to sponsor you guys, you know? And so anyway, so
all the Asian brands came together to oh my goodness.
No, and it was stupid. They should have just had me on the team. They would have like killed it in like marketing and money. You know what I mean?
God,
but anyways, it's like such a hard roster to make. Anyway, so I go to the tryout. I did it. So I hosted a Asian American night or day for the Los Angeles Sparks. So there was 300 kids like on the Staples Center floor, and I ran a clinic for them. And Kobe's dad was the coach at the time, so he was there and like came out to talk to everybody. Anyways, and then from there, one of the girls that came, her dad was in the stands and he was like, hey, like I own a CrossFit gym. Like the way you move, the way you warm up, I think you'd be really good at this. Like come try it. And this is 2012, the beginning of 2012. No. Yeah, beginning of 2012. And so I had heard so much about CrossFit. I was like, no, thank you. Like, I don't want to do, I'm good, you know? Like, because everyone's like, you got to do it. I was like, nah, I'm good. And so anyway, so he kept on bugging me and he's like, come out. And I was like, I'll come out one time. And then clearly, like, loved it. Like, so I don't make the team for the Sparks and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. And then I found CrossFit. I actually used CrossFit to help me get ready for the tryout. And then, so it was, that's how I fell into CrossFit. And then from there started, like I was doing it for 6 months. I made regionals in 2012. And then everyone's like, oh man, that's so cool. And so had jury duty that week of it. And so I go to jury duty. On my lunch break at jury duty, I go to a CrossFit gym, and it's 100-meter sprints in the street, going as hard as I can, racing all the guys. Pop my hamstring. Like, it was like a loud, I was like, oh my God. And so I was like, I can't do the first workout of regionals in 2012 was Diane, like deadlifts and handstand push-ups. I was like, I can't do it. And I didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh, sorry guys, I got hurt. I can't do this thing. And everyone's like, no, you have to. I was like, what's the big deal? Like, I just can't, I got hurt. And so then I go and watch it at the Pomona Fairgrounds. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, so then from there I was like, oh man, I think I want to try to do this. So
did you get your sister into it? How did the gym come to be?
So she was anti-CrossFit too. So she was like, shut up. At all our family dinners, I would talk about it so much. And her and my whole family was like, okay, stop talking about it. And then Dan, one of the owners at LAX CrossFit, was like, hey, we all live in Torrance. Like, I want to open up one in Torrance. So then him, my sister, and I found this place. Well, found the spot, opened it up. And so, that's how it all began.
Wow. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like, we're going to do it. We're just going to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Asymmetric ears. I can totally relate to having a ladder leaning against the wall in my house. I'm staring at mine right now.
I'm not in my house.
We do have a ladder
ears.
in our house as well, but
do you guys?
Seth kicks me out of the house when he's doing live streams because he's like, it's not cool if we're in the same room, and I'm just like, who cares?
No,
and he's like,
you can be in the same.
Once. You told me that we couldn't be on the same screen.
Well, right. I'm not going to sit next to you like this and go, let's live stream together. We only have one.
I feel like you guys will have
whatever.
No, won't do
People
that.
Would love that.
No.
People would love that.
No.
Whatever.
Come on.
So I got demoted to the gym this morning.
Oh, okay.
7 a.m.
Super early. Early.
I'm so tired.
Well,
you go to bed at like 7 p.m.
I know. I went to bed at 7:30 yesterday, but I still had to get up at 5:30 because I live so far from the gym. But it's okay.
30 minutes.
Very true.
It's like more than that, but whatever.
So somebody asked earlier. I'm not gonna get into this whole thing, but I thought it was funny that somebody asked. Oh, I guess this link. We're gonna need to hear the story of how Seth and Dani met.
Yes.
Not how. Well, no, we're not gonna do that.
Yes.
The meeting,
just share real fast.
The meeting's
Jamie
not
was
interesting.
There.
Well, that's when we already knew each other for a long time. We were like acquaintances by that time. But yes, it's funny that someone asked that because Jamie was there the first time that we like hung out in a not like acquaintance way out in California.
There was the last time Jamie, maybe like the 2 times ago that Jamie was here in Hawaii, so maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever. She's like, how did you and Seth get together? I was like, you were there. She's like, I was? I was like,
photos.
You were there. Like, we were literally together. She goes, when? I was like, remember we went to the shrimp place? And she's like, oh yeah, okay. Like,
yeah. And then
you were there the whole time.
In LA.
Yeah.
And then we all went on a trip to Hawaii together. How funny.
Like the next day. You were there the whole time. She's like, I was there? I was like, yeah, the entire time. You're like,
you know what's funny? No one ever believed that story either, that was like a random occurrence of like that situation just like happened. They thought it was planned for like a long time. It was the most random circumstance that I went out to California to play cards and then hung out and then everything like just snowballed out of control.
I don't even remember why
but who liked who first
to Hawaii.
I don't think it was a like thing. It was literally I was going out and
neither of us.
You know what? The only message I remember was I was going out and I was training for, I can't remember if I was training for my Ironman or my swim run at that point. Maybe the Ironman I was doing. And she had said, oh, I know this awesome canal. I can paddleboard and you can swim the canal. And I'm like, oh, cool. I need to do some training while I'm out there. And that was like the extent of the conversation. And then, and then from there, like.
And then
wait, but you were not her coach.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. But then we came to Hawaii and you guys did a swim run at Lani Kai.
Yes.
Yeah, because Dani and I had a trip planned to Hawaii and you guys got together and she's like, Seth's coming. I was like, okay. And then, we did do a run swim at Lani Kai.
At Lani Kai, I think.
Yeah. So like you guys had left California, I was still there, and I had to decide whether I was going to Vegas for the World Series of Poker I was supposed to play in, or you guys were like, come to Hawaii. I'd never been. I was like, oh my God. And I ended up choosing Hawaii. I don't know why I chose Hawaii over playing in the World Series of Poker, but I did.
You love Dani.
I must have, I guess.
We had a crazy trip that trip too. We were like doing all the stuff. Yeah, we were
helicopter rides, swimming at the sharks, which we still need to go. Yeah.
Full tourism.
Oh, so that's and then